want to address what is happening in the nation as a prophet. The Lord has put it again in my spirit to speak one more time. And this time around, I'm not trying to beat the bush or go round. This time around, I got a strict direction. And this one I'm not saying to the general public. This one I'm addressing directly to the President of the Republic of Kenya, Mr. William Ruto. There's a problem in this land. And the people that come around you as the clergy, some are trying genuinely and some are businessmen on the altar. And so our country is bleeding. The Lord showed me that I should tell you, Mr. President, don't allow this country to burn in your hands. Because I saw two more that are more fierce than what is happening. The children are dying on the streets. And you are asking proposal of increment of salaries even after what is happening. Nothing happens in this country without your permission, without your knowledge. And even what is happening of the increment of salaries, you are aware, Mr. President. It's not like you're not aware. You are trying to prove to the generation that is outside of the street that it doesn't matter how much noise they make, you will still have your way. Now listen, you can have your way, but God will still preside over this nation. Mr. Ruto, there was a man by the name Nebuchadnezzar. And Nebuchadnezzar was a king that was the most ruthless king that has never been recorded in the scriptures. The second level of ruthlessness is recorded with Jezebel. But what is happening in your leadership, I'll compare it with Jezebelic or Nebuchadnezzar kind, whereby anybody can make noise, anybody can jump, can dance. You must have your way. Now listen, as a prophet in this generation, I want to say this. Think of what will help the nation. Think of what will help the nation. If what the youths are saying is making sense, but is not meeting interest of some people, check between the 50+ million Kenyans and the few individuals' interests, what matters. Let Kenya not burn in your hands. We are on the streets. We hear what people say. People are dying. People are crying. People are dying, not only physically. I spoke to a young lady who told me, if I die in the riots, it's better I will have not killed myself. Look at that statement. A young lady saying, if I die by a gunshot, it's better I did not kill myself. Mr. President, what is happening in Kenya is not only alarming. To me, I also feel it's demonic. The church gave you a wing to fly. The church endorsed you as a president. The church shouted with your name. The church sang your song. Mr. President, in the name of the Lord that you used to claim, in the name of God that you used, there was a time you wouldn't come to meetings without reading scriptures. I don't know what is happening of late. Mr. President, the country will not die. Save Kenya. You know what to do. It's not about the bill. It's not about the salaries. It's about Kenya and God that was prayed. And I believe when men of God say it is God who put you in power, and whoever comes in the name of the Lord is blessed. I believe it is God as they said it. I was not among them, but I believe what they said is God. If it's true God put you to power, fear God. If it's true God put you to power, fear God. But if you are put in power by gods and you hid in the church, then I use this voice to plead with you on behalf of the church and on behalf of Kenyans. Please spare this nation. We don't want to go back to another thing. I've shown videos and pictures of blood. I saw a video of a police telling people you can go and pick more bodies. Not in Kenya. I stand to agree with few prophets and men of God that are feeling contrary. I know many are clapping hands. Mr. President, some opportunities are enemies of divine direction. I'm not wise to advise you. Some opportunities are enemies of divine direction. Listen to the voice of the people on the streets. What they are saying. If you don't understand their interpretation, look for some young people who can help you understand what they are saying. You may not meet 100%, but act as a wise leader. Do the best thing. Don't push your way even when blood is being shed. Kenya is bigger than me talking. Freedom is not free, I know. Even the people like Tom Boyer and the rest that we are praising today went through something. But let not be through your hand. The church brought you to office. If that is true, the church helped you get there. If it's true, some people who voted, you don't make them regret doing it. Let's not make Kenyans regret voting every time they vote. After voting, they regret voting. After voting, they regret voting. We thought you came in the name of the church, in the name of the Lord, you'll be the savior. Please do what brought you to the office. Mr. President, in the name of God, I beg you, as a young prophet in this country, I don't know what others are saying. Many clergy who come to the State House to talk to you don't represent the church. I am on the ground and I can tell you, they don't represent the youth, they don't represent the church, they don't represent the poor. They represent their interests, they represent their personal interest. I beg you in the name of the Lord for the last time, as Prophet Robert, who is a youth in this generation, please consider the voice of the youth. Don't allow these people to be discussing things that doesn't matter. The Senate and you still see people talking about increment. I saw I don't know who, salaries of 960,000, 900, those thousands. We thought you'd even reduce it, and you are allowing those proposals. You should even, what is happening, sir? As a